Hi, I'm Griffin Cataldo, and this report is coming to you from eastern Massachusetts, where the air temperature is 36 degrees on a cloudy, rainy, and potentially snowy night in the eastern part of the state. Take a look at that raindrop really just engulfing what would be the Zakim Bridge behind it. Usually I start this off by saying that the Zakim Bridge is lit up, but that raindrop is conveniently in the way. As far as your weather headlines for the next few days, there'll be rain and perhaps snow tonight, and then it gets windy tomorrow, icy through the afternoon, but I'm not as concerned about it as maybe I was last night. The ground temps look like they're going to be pretty close to the freezing mark, maybe dip below, but they should get back above freezing by tomorrow or tomorrow afternoon. And then we're watching a little disturbance Sunday night into Monday, which we'll be talking about over the next few days. For tonight, there'll be some rain and snow at times. In the rain, in the event ends as some snow for most of us, but it's going to be some light snow. And I think with the temps above freezing, it actually may be light rain for the majority of us. Temps 24 to 36 degrees, coldest in the Berkshire Hills and warmest on the Cape, because they'll be the last to flip over to that north breeze at 10 to 20 miles per hour. Then tomorrow, it's rain and snow, but it exits early. Perhaps a stray snow shower in the afternoon for the eastern part of the state. I wouldn't be too concerned about it. Clouds clear first in western areas, and then last on the Cape. Pretty much everyone gets to see a sunset except the Cape, and it's perhaps some ice, but I think most of it will melt by the afternoon. Temps will be on the decline. That north-northwesterly breeze will be gusty, 20 to 30 miles per hour, and it'll beat out the sun's heating. So we'll be starting in the mid-30s, and we'll finish off the day in the mid-20s for the majority of us. So we're watching some rain and snow. It's in the area now. It'll eventually kick on out of here. You notice how it's moving in the easterly direction, and then it eventually switches on over to the southeasterly direction, and that is because a cold front's going to knife through and dictate kind of the movement of our rain and snow. And once that happens, it'll allow a northwesterly flow into the region and actually be able to potentially flip some areas to snow. But I think the intensity is going to be light, and you can kind of see it, how we actually kind of potentially keep the snow a little bit heavier in the eastern part of the state, but notice how it really ends as this very light snow for most. And I think because it's light precipitation, it should actually end as some light rain. So I've made this snowfall map, and I'm really not in love with it. I've tried to fool around with it a couple times, then some new data came in. What I kind of came up with is it's going to be rain for most of the coastline. I think even Rhode Island. The map that I made is going to say a coating to an inch on the Rhode Island area. I don't think that happens. I think it's rain, but that new data came in, and it kind of apps me to push this a little bit more north, which I haven't done yet. Everybody else for the city of Boston, I'd say coating to 3. I would lean on the lower end of those totals just because I think we're going to end up getting a little bit of light rain towards the end of it. Isolated higher amounts, I'd say that would be north of the city, but I'm not too convinced on that. Where I would be convinced and where my highest confidence in the snowfall map would be in the Pittsfield, Worcester, Pittsfield and Berkshire Hills, where we could pick up 2 to 5 inches of snow just because we're hanging on to that snow for a decent amount of time. So as far as your 7-day forecast looks, there'll be some rain in the early morning hours. It's icy and windy for tomorrow, but that ice should be able to dissipate and melt by the time we get to the afternoon. Snow late Sunday night into Monday that we'll have to keep our eye on. I'll be watching that as we head into tomorrow and then eventually Sunday. And then maybe I think it ends up changing over to some rain by the time we get to Monday morning. That should kick on out. It's a mostly cloudy day. Monday, 38 degrees. Tuesday, the big storm that I'll be watching looked pretty impressive on the latest GFS model run is going to be the Thursday storm where we could potentially have some freezing rain. Take a look, temps near 50. That's my latest forecast right now. I'll be back with another update tomorrow. Have a fantastic rest of your night. Sleep well, everyone.